Sultan Orhan family has come to inquire about his well-being. Just then, a soldier arrives, and Nilufer Hatun questions him. How is our sultana? The soldier replies, they stole her traps. Our sultana is fine, Nilufer Hatun. Gonca Hatun says, thanks be to Allah, the sultan is well. Orhan soldiers are bringing Daphne as a captive. In a fit of rage, she says to him, you are an idiot. You are going to save the sultana's purse. Then, Malhan Hatun slaps Daphne across the face and says, shut up, you liar. Everyone is staring at Daphne with fury, and Malhan Hatun tells her Esma to take Daphne to the room. The Esma grabs Daphne by the arm and says, Daphne, we are finally taking you to where you deserve. Daphne turns to Nilifer and says with fury, damn you, Nilifer. You think you won, don't you? You are so stupid. Malhan Hatun tells her Esma, don't make her talk, go. Nilifer stops Daphne and says to Malhan Hatun, excuse me, mother, this snake will pay me first. Let it wait for me in the room. The Esma says to Daphne, go, while Daphne glares at the Esma with intense rage. As Nilifer starts to follow them, Gonca Hatun stops her and says, thank you, sister. Then, Nilifer says in a loving tone, Baraz and Esma will wait for me. It's better if I face them alone. Nilifer enters the room, where Daphne's hands are tied. Nilufer says to Daphne,
Duck, you tried to hurt my unborn child.
how can you be so stubborn? Then delivers a sharp slap to her face, causing Daphne to fall to the ground. Then, Daphne says to Nilufer, you are not angry with me. You are angry with the Sultana's purse. Maybe with Orhan. You are angry with Orhan because he has gone to save Asporcha. Why? Hearing this, Nilufer slaps Daphne across the face again and says, because he hates you. Daphne stands up from the floor with a mocking laugh and says to Nilufer, what is this, Fira? It hurts you. You spent your life for a lie. Nilufer says to Esma, go, all of you leave this place. I will handle her myself. Esma says, she is a devil. We will not leave you alone with her. But then Nilufer says, I told you to get out. Then Esma and the others leave the room. Outside, Malhan Hatun says, he wanted to face that snake alone. I understand. Gonca Hatun says to Malhan Hatun, Duck, I know how heavy the brotherhood of the one who has his own blood is. That's why I can't pity my sister. Don't worry. On the one hand, it's about the funeral. On the other hand, it's about Asporcha's marriage. And it's the most difficult time of pregnancy, mother. Everything has come too far. Malhan Hatun says, Gonca, the test of all of us is on the shoulder of our fate. We can't take it off and throw it away, but we can shoulder it. Gonca Hatun says to Malhan Hatun, oh, my mother. After not being able to cope with the fire in my heart, mother, it's too heavy for me. Malhan Hatun says to Gonca Hatun, it's enough for me to feel that you didn't leave her alone in the middle of the fire, even if I can't listen to the fire. Gonca Hatun says to Malhan Hatun, you forgave Fatma because of her, didn't you? Isn't that right, mother? Oh, my soft-hearted mother. Malhan Hatun says to Gonca Hatun, oh, my daughter, even if my eyes are angry at my children, my heart is not angry. May God protect and imprison all of you. Gonca Hatun says to Malhan Hatun, amen, amen, God willing. Well, my brother Orhan, will he be able to forgive Fatma? Will they be able to be sisters like they used to be, mother? Malhan Hatun says to Gonca Hatun, God willing, my daughter. I hope so. Come on. I was wondering too. Daphne says to Nilifer, are you ashamed of them too? But the truth is out, sister. Orhan and Asporche will get married. Nilifer says to Daphne, what do you know? Daphne says to Nilifer, sister, you know that too. But you're afraid to say it. I'll forget you when Asporche marries the Byzantine princess Orhan Asporche. Nilifer slaps Daphne once more and says, liar. You're doing it to hurt me. I know that. Daphne says to Nilifer, Orhan Asborşe is trying to save Gemli. You're telling me lies. Love has blinded you.
Idiot! I won't tell you anything. Liar! I'll kill you. Liar!
Nilifer then begins to strangle Daphne. To save herself, Daphne kicks Nilifer hard in the stomach, sending her flying backward. Nilifer is pregnant and has been severely injured. She is in agonizing pain and begins to scream loudly. Meanwhile, Daphne gets up and tries to kill Nilifer. Outside, Malhun Hatun asks Esma, "Where is Nilifer?" Esma replies, "Nilifer is inside the room." Malhun Hatun quickly throws open the door and sees Daphne strangling Nilifer. Instantly, Malhun Hatun draws her dagger and stabs Daphne in the back. Daphne collapses, letting go of Nilifer. Gonca Hatun rushes over to hold Nilifer. Both Malhun Hatun and Gonca Hatun ask anxiously, "Are you all right?" Nilifer cries out, I am not all right," leaving everyone in a state of pure panic.